Apartment Talk Show last month on Facebook. We had over 600 views. So a lot of people with boring lives as far as I'm concerned. Well, let's get started. Today we have some special guests. I'm going to start with Miss Lisa Weber, who is the CFO, CEO, Strategic Vice President, and Director of all marketing, sales, and everything else at the company. Lisa, what do you want to tell our apartment owners this morning?
I need a raise.
That's a good place to start.
I thought I'd bring that up now. Just apartment owners, if you would like an updated CMA and market analysis on your apartment building, give me a call. We can usually get that done in a day, maybe two. He keeps me fairly busy, so give me a call at 562-236-0088.
Lisa's been with us for 15 years.
Yeah,
Seems
November.
like 45, but anyway, time flies when you're having fun. Anyway, she's the face and the destination when you call or email. So if you have any questions on running your apartment or selling or market evaluation, give Lisa a call. Thank you. Our next guest is Chris Miller. I have a couple of projects going on right now with Chris Miller. Very exciting. Options on what to do after you've sold your apartment building that don't include getting a new apartment building and include not paying your capital gains taxes. So Chris, what can you tell our viewers that is new and exciting today?
Lots of new and exciting stuff going on. Jim and I are working with a few investors right now that have large exchanges, and I'm working with one of our managers to put together some custom deals for these investors. So the management companies I work with, they have access to a lot of off-market transactions where they're buying sale leasebacks directly from institutional tenants, dialysis centers, things like that, and they can then buy it at a discount to market and pass the savings on to our investors. So we're in the middle right now of trying to put some solutions together. And of course, what I'm always talking about is that California, the market here, I think there's a good case to be made that we're at the tip of a wave. We're towards the top, at least. I think there's a lot to be said for selling at a high here and buying in what I like to call the next Orange County. Certain areas in Texas, certain areas in Florida, the Atlanta, Georgia suburbs, places that can grow the way we've seen growth in the last 30 years here, because I don't think we're going to see the last 30 years again. This morning, after I dropped my kids off at school, I was talking to another dad who's a school teacher, and he noted that student enrollment is down all across California. Last year, LA Unified posted their first ever decrease in student enrollment. Why is that? Well, the prices here in California aren't getting any less. If you go look in a nice neighborhood of fancy homes, who lives there? Old people whose kids are all out of the house because they're the ones with the money. So California is becoming more and more of a place for the people with the money that is pushing out type of people that rent apartments and small families. And Jim could tell you about how the aging population is affecting Japan. So a lot's to be said for maybe we ought to sell out towards the high here in California and look for other places that might be growing in the future.
How do we get a hold of you, Chris?
You can call me at 877-313-1868. My company is called Specialized Wealth Management. My website is chrismiller1031.com, and call me with any questions.
Email address.
Email address, chris@specializedwealth.com.
Well, Chris, with 6 kids, I did my part to keep California young and vibrant. Speaking of young and vibrant, Ken Earl is here. Ken has done several inspections for me in the past. So I was thinking, even if you're not selling, if you want someone to come out to your property, take a look at it from an objective point of view about what you need done, Ken is the guy. And you can tell him to do the triple difficult inspection where they can come up with everything that needs to be done. But I thought that might be a good idea. But Ken, what kind of tips do you have for our apartment owners today?
Oh, it's springtime. All the trees, especially evergreen trees, they grow like a weed. And in doing that, you end up having branches that'll touch your rooftop or leaves that will wind up touching your rooftop. And as the wind blows the branches, it erodes the granules off of your roof. So, my suggestion is make sure you have all your trees and shrubs cleared away from the sides and the roof of the apartments. Also, keep your rain gutters. It's a good time of year to clean out your rain gutters and make sure that there's nothing blocking them up. With that being said, I do houses. I inspect apartments, not only at the time of sale, but sometimes owners will bring me in to evaluate the condition of the property for them so that they can maintain the apartments as needed. I can be reached at 562-818-0392. My email is tricountyken2002@outlook.com.
So for those of you not perfectly handy on repairs and what needs to be done, Ken would be a good person to come out there and give your apartment building a check through to see what needs to be done. Now, Richard will tell us why not to go to Sam's Club. Inside joke. So, what's going on in the world of insurance, not including the Sam's Club?
Well, for apartment owners, good news, bad news, and then good news, right? So the good news is property values are at a high, rents are pretty stable, vacancy is at I think an all-time high or pretty close to it. The not so good news is the replacement cost in the event of a fire or a loss is climbing. It's going up. The reason, recent fires, all the raw materials are going up north, contractors are up north. So that means not only are they paying more for the materials, but the labor costs are going up and it's taking longer to rebuild. So, good news is you can protect yourself. And example, guaranteed replacement cost coverage, lawsuit protection. The thing about, we just had a client last week that was sued for 3 tenants in this apartment. There were units on a lot. They all sued. They were $10 million because of infestation, because of whatever, something stupid. And they were dirty tenants. They served eviction notice. The owner gets sued. We're not gonna pay $10 million, but we are gonna settle for $400,000.
What a country. Huh?
Only in America. So make sure that you have replacement cost coverage on your building. Farmers, the company that I represent the most, we work with several companies. We increased our loss of rents to 18 months from 12 because of the extended period of time that it takes to replace. And I can be reached at 714-522-0081. My email address is rtrujillo@farmersagent.com.
This episode of Joseph Apartments brought to you by the good people at Farmers Insurance. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Ken, Chris, Lisa. If we can help you find a value for your apartment building, or if you want to buy or if you're looking to buy or sell anything related to apartments, please give me a call, 562-236-0088. Thanks for watching. Back to you in the studio.